Niaje? Sawa, ningoje tu hapo.
Mimi naitwa Diana.
Habari zenu? Naitwa Eve.
Kwa wote. So these are the beautiful, amazing women. Mtaniruhusu niongee Kizungu. These are the members of
but we will settle them there. We will also, in conjunction with the county and also Mr. MP in Sankok. So we will also get them structures so that they can live there and they're now settled in terms of home. And also keep supporting them from time to time and also visiting them. But mainly that is our main goal. We always target that any home that we go to, we will go there, we will leave an impact, and we will make sure that these people that we went and met there, those kids that we went and met there, have been fully settled. We went to a school that had very shanty kind of classes, and when we saw those kids, the kids didn't even have uniforms, they didn't have shoes. We circulated this in our WhatsApp group, and every member saw that and they were really moved. And that is how we got to convince everybody to come on board and to help us. Right now I'll tell you something, that school has classes that are fully stoned classes. We brought up those structures right from ground, we built them classes, we built them even the toilets and everything. We also got them desks, we bought them uniforms, we bought them school shoes, we bought them food, and we did all that. Actually, what is only pending is for us to launch the project. So for us, that is what... From one pocket and from our sponsors and our friends. We actually work together with several sponsors. One of our common sponsors are Shell, AA Kenya, we have Subaru Kenya, we have Oriel Kenya, and now we also have the car groups that always come on board. We have, for example, we have Team Legacy, we have Team SJ, it's also a model of Forester, we have Forester Nation, we also have Soccer, it's a bigger brand of the Subaru groups, and also other car groups that we also bring on board from time to time. So we don't do it alone. We rally the agenda, then now we rally the different groups to give us the support that we need. And that's how we managed to garner and get that kind of support that we have, and even bring the whole of Nairobi to Narok today.
This just demystifies the whole idea of Subaru drivers or ladies can never come together and
very true.
Have responsible. When you have people like
and you see, that's the notion out there. Even when we are, as the members are out there, everybody thinks this is a Subaru, this one just wants to speed. No. That's another notion we want to kick out there. And that's why you even see all these different Subaru groups are coming, because it's a notion people have built, but we just want to push it out that we're not just about speed, and speed is not even our agenda, but we can do something more. So that's how we end up even picking on very concrete ideas or very concrete agendas like charity. So that's how we've managed to come this far. And I'll tell you this, the minute we leave our home like this and we see the tears and the happiness in those kids' eyes, that's our next drive to move to the next home. That's where we get our happiness from. I think the last 1.5 years have been very tough for Kenyans. Even homes that maybe used to survive on sponsors or places that used to survive on help, these kind of places are not getting the kind of help they used to get. You'd find that homes, for example, that house children had to even send children to different places because they could not sustain. I'd want to urge the government and any other authority out there, let's always remember our people. Let's always remember our people, and I'm actually very happy that the government was also involved in this, but let's always help our people. When initiatives like this come on board, let's move with those initiatives, let's help and make an impact. I always tell the girls, we can buy food, we can come here with bales, hundreds and hundreds of bales of unga. By the end of the day, 1 month later, they will not have that unga. What else can you do that will leave a huge impact in this home? And that is why you will notice we hardly do anything that is just about food. Yes, we have food full in the truck, but we want to do something. We want to make sure that child has uniform. We want to make sure that child has good school shoes. We want to make sure a home like this has a permanent place that they can stay and they do not have to be chased out because of rent, because that is what used to happen in this home. That is what I'd want to urge. Whenever they have an opportunity, they need to support all these different groups of people who are going through these very hard times, and actually also work with other groups like ourselves who are ready to also push such initiatives. Yeah.
You know, it is a worrying trend, and today, first of all, let me start by thanking the 6-star queens from Nairobi, who are the 6-star queens who drive Subaru. My wife also drives a Subaru, and I wish she will also join the 6-star queens who have been going around the whole country to uplift the life of the vulnerable members of our society. The 6-star queens are really known for their philanthropies work, and they have really assisted so many children, not only orphans, but also children with disabilities. And we are really very happy because of the 6-star queens. As I have told you, my wife is also driving a Subaru, and I wish she can also be admitted to this very noble cause. So I thank them. I represent a special interest group, which of course even orphans are also special interests. They are vulnerable. They are vulnerable to a lot of mistreatment by those who probably adopt them, those who pretend to be taking care of them. You remember the case of Bomet, where many of them were raped and they were used. There was a lot of sexual abuse in very many children's homes. We know child trafficking nowadays is actually facilitated by children homes. So we really do appreciate a children home like this one, which have been able to take care of children without any incident or cases here in Narok. So we do appreciate. As a representative of the vulnerable, the special interest group, and I also sit in the labor committee, which take care of orphans and vulnerable children. We really do appreciate the 6-star queens for coming up and coming in to assist the government in taking care of our children. And I also want them to take into more consideration children with disabilities, because children with disabilities, most of them don't have any other plan apart from probably education, and in the process of seeking education they are very vulnerable. One, they walk with crutches, calipers and even wheelchairs, and once they don't have those wheelchairs, they don't have those assistive devices, they are forced to crawl, and crawling is quite difficult. Some of them crawl into the pit latrine where they soil their hands, and it's the same hands that they will use in feeding. So they feel a bit lesser human beings. Their self-esteem normally go down. So you find them failing in exam, not because they are stupid or they are idiots. It is because of their self-esteem going down. So I thank the 6 sister queens, because apart from their donation of food stuff, clothing, mattresses, they also mentor these children. And they have been able to mentor both the children without disabilities and children with disabilities. I encourage them to go on like that, and I encourage more Kenyans to come in and assist our children. In the Bible, we are told that blessed is the hand that give than the hand that receive. There is a lot of blessing in hands that give. Sisi wa Afrika hatupatiani, tuko mkono gam na hatutajiriki. Wazungu ndio wanapatiana, wanatoka ngambo, wanakuja kudonate hapa, wanakuja kutusaidia, walitusaidia makanisa, wakatusaidia special interest schools. Sisi wa Afrika tukiaka yetu kwa gam na hatujatajirika, hatujashinda wazungu. Sasa I'm sure the 6 star queens hao watabarikiwa na watakuwa wanashindana na wazungu kwa baraka. That's why you see all these Subarus. In fact magari ni mingi hata kuliko binadamu, kwa kuonyesha venye wanabarikiwa. So nafikiri tukua Narok leo tumelan ya kwamba kupatiana ndio imebarikiwa kuliko kupokea. Sisi Narok tumekuwa tukipokea tu, sisi wa Afrika tumekuwa tukipokea tu bila kupatiana, na bado tuko maskini tu. Wala ambao wamekuwa wakipatiana ndio wamebarikiwa. Kwa hivyo tunataka pia sisi tuanze kupatiana.
Narok town, there is any plans to settle this?
Yes, first of all, we have several bills in parliament so that we don't institutionalize our children. You know, these are cultures from abroad. These are cultures that we do not have. Long time ago in our setup, in our cultures, you can never get a child who is a street child, because the child belongs to the whole society. Mtoto alikuwa wa watu wote, ilikuwa ya community. Lakini siku hizi kwa sababu ya family breakdown, because of westernization rather than being civilized, ndio tunapata hii mashida mingi. Saa hizi hapa Narok tumeona kuna increase ya watoto ambao wanarandaranda mitaani, na ukijaribu kuangalia sana sana sio wale Masai asili, sana sana ni migrants maybe from our neighboring countries or our neighboring counties. Na tunataka kuambia watu wa Narok venye kimila yetu inatufunza kwamba mtoto ni wetu sisi wote. Tujaribu kuhakikisha watoto wapati shida. Nimesikia hii children home haina makao, imekuwa ikikomboa ikihamahama. Ndaongea na governor ambao ni rafiki yangu, first lady yako hapa ni mtu mzuri sana, roho safi, hata ako na watoto ambao yeye alichukua kutoka streets na akawapeleka kwenda kuwasomesha. Wengi wao wako Sangale Primary School, wengine wako high schools. Kwa hivyo najua hii familia ya governor ni familia ambayo inajali watoto ambao wanarandaranda mitaani. Kwa hivyo sasa watoto ambao wako katika hii children home tutaongea na governor ili wakuwe na makao. wakuwe na kwao.